People don't like online dating because of so many horror stories, but it's a way to beat the online dating game. You get an online profile. There's a woman that comes on my show called Bella Gandhi, the Bella Gandhi Dating Academy. She fixes your profiles. You ain't got to be out here cleavage all out all that. Nobody wants that. Somebody gonna call you for a setup, for a hookup, and that's it. You go online. 65% of marriages today come from online. Here's the deal. Online dating women, if you use it the right way, you don't use it as a hunting tool. If you're on there, swipe right, swipe left, they gonna swipe right, you gonna swipe right, he gonna and then he gonna forget about you. And he gonna go back next week and swipe right. That's what that is. You understand what Tinder is, right? But if you go online, what you gotta do is increase your availability pool. If you go to the same church, the same grocery store, and the same wherever you go, you're gonna keep meeting the same men. If he ain't there yet, he ain't coming there. So what online dating does is it allows you to put up a nice picture, a nice profile, and it increases your dating pool. Be careful with questions like, how far, what radius do you want a man to be in? Don't put no radius on there. You don't know where your soulmate is. He could live in Georgia somewhere. But let me tell you something, if a man wants you, his is coming. It ain't you can do about it. He coming. Distance has nothing to do with it. And what it does is it makes more hunters know that you're available. Now this is how you beat the creeps on online dating. You got two phones. You got your regular iPhone that you have your family and friends in, and you go down to 7-Eleven, Walmart, and you buy one of them prepaid card phones. You can't do on it but talk. That's the number you give to him. If he's in you let your minutes run out, you throw the phone away, you get another one. All these new dating prospects you keep on that phone right there. Until you get to the point where you think, man, this guy might be special. The next conversation you have is a FaceTime. And you got to FaceTime in several locations so you find out it's him. And that's how you online date. Then when you meet a really decent guy, you do like this lady's daughter told her, you meet at a public place, you get seated in a place where you can spot his coming through the door. Now if he come through the door and he ain't the you was FaceTiming, you get up, act like you going to the bathroom, go out the back door, get in your car and go home. And that's how you beat online dating. That's how it's done. That's how you online date, and you keep it a lot safer that way. 2 telephones is the key. Men are hunters. What we enjoy is the chase of the hunt. Now, after we capture you, we're okay with that. We're okay with that. But after day 1, you're not captured. We still hunting for you. If you break down after day 1 and you're not in a serious relationship right now, I want you to start thinking about the pattern. If you break down too quick on the guy, what is it? What does he have? What does he have? See, you may not like what I'm about to tell you, but men are aesthetic. We're just aesthetic creatures. I love it when my wife gets jazzed up. I love it. Now, if I come home 15 nights in a row, which I do come home very late, and she's already in her favorite little gray sweat outfit, and that's all I'm seeing for 15 days. You know, I say something to my wife. I said, baby, we need to get up in the morning, have breakfast together, go somewhere, do something. But I tell her that, and she ain't got no problem. Okay, what you want to do? Because every now and then, I want to see who I ask to marry me. I don't want to come out here and bust my ass, and I don't get to see this person no more. No, what the happened to who I married? What I'm out here working for, I'm busting my ass. She's the same person, but still, you can be cute for you, that's cool. But your man also needs you to be cute for him. But let me ask you something. You have something you require of your man too. And you want it from him whether he feel like it or not now. If you want your man to be a certain way for you, he got to be that for you, don't he? If he don't, you're going to have a problem with him. Whatever it is, whether you want to see him dressed up every now and then, or you want to see him come home at a decent hour, or you want to see him be a better provider, whatever it is you want from him. You want him to treat your kids better, whatever it is you want. He got to do it now. If he don't, you're going to have a problem. I'm just throwing it out there so you can just understand the psyche of men. You do not have to like what I'm telling you about us. It don't change us, though. We are who we are. And if you understand that, you can get what you want. That's all I'm saying. Because I was talking to a buddy of mine who met a girl recently. I said, man, how'd it go, man? That girl was fly. He said, man, she took her makeup as soon as we got it home. She took her makeup off. I said, what happened? He said, me up. He said, dog, she got to wait till I got feelings for her first. You just can't come in here and do this to me. I mean, if you don't think that's how guys think, that's why I brought it up to you, because I just wanted to get some of you all's opinion. It's very, very real, man. You ain't got to be perfect to have God in your life, because you're not perfect no way. You quit going down to these churches preaching perfection, because there ain't none. I get so amazed at people who come see me, and then I had this one lady sitting up in the audience just with her arms full. I said, ma'am, you're not having a good time? She said, as a matter of fact, I'm not. I said, what's wrong? She said, I'm really disappointed in you. I said, you really? I said, how so? She said, I thought you were a Christian. I said, I am a Christian. She said, but I've heard you use profanity several times. Okay, I'm a cussing Christian. I don't understand how that stops me from being a Christian. I have flaws because I'm a human. Because you might not cuss, but you do something. So what? You don't cuss. You do something. Because there's none perfect, no, not one. So why I'm sitting up here fronting and faking like I'm this perfect dude so I can say I'm a Christian, when all them Christians, ain't nobody perfect. You can't be perfect, man, but you can have a relationship with God. You can sit up and fake the funk if you want to and say you're perfect, but you're not. You're not. Everybody in this room is broken. All us is broken. That's what you need God for, because we all broken. Everybody, I don't care who you are. And it ain't no you more broken than somebody else. You broken. What difference do it make? Somebody told me one time, if it's 3 people on a boat and a person dive off the boat to swim to shore, and he get 100 yards away from the boat and he drowned and sink, then the next person dive in the water and he get 500 yards off the boat, but he drowned and sink. And the last man get off the boat and he dive in the water and he gets 6 feet away from shore and he drowned and he died. Who the better swimmer? Who the better swimmer? Y'all all drown. I don't care how far you go. You can sit up here, man. You can keep talking this perfection thing as you want. You get as close as you want. We all gonna come short when it comes to perfection. Look, form a relationship with God just the way you are. God take you just the way you are. Matter of fact, God shape you up just like he need. See, he take dudes like me. He take old hoodlum dudes. And he, like, you hear people, they say they got saved and they got washed white as snow. You hear people say that. I ain't get that version. I just got rinsed off. When I looked up and got saved, I still had dirt on me. Now, if you got the whitest snow version, congratulations. But that ain't really how it go. God take people like me. I'm an imperfect soldier for Christ. And he allows me to say some things on his behalf. And you may not like the way I say it. You might not like my method. But I'm just telling you the truth, that you can be an imperfect person and have a relationship with God. That's all I'm trying to tell you. You ain't got to believe that. Because once again, I'm not in the soul conversion business. If you want to go to hell, bye. This is none of my business. But if you're struggling and you're looking for a way out and you lost a little bit, I'm telling you that God is in the forgiving business, that God is in the get your life together business, that God is in the make your dream come true business, that God is in the accept you as you are business. You can't fix yourself. If you could fix yourself, wouldn't you have done it by now? You can't fix yourself, but he can. God took somebody like me and turned me into something. And I'm telling you right now, I have no business even being here. If it wasn't for God's grace, I can't even explain my career to nobody. I can't even, if somebody ask me, they ask me all the time, how you get all these TV shows? I can tell you flat out, I have no idea. Because all I asked for was one. I'll tell you the truth, I just wanted one. You know how hard it is to get one show in Hollywood? Come out here and try to get a TV show. You know how hard that is? I got 8. You know what that is? That's called grace. That's God's unmerited favor. That's because, man, if you ask God for something, he'll do exceedingly abundantly over all you think or ask. And all you got to do is honor him. So I'm standing here honoring him. And the reason I'm standing here, because when I was homeless and I had nothing, I told God, if you let me make it, when I get there, I'm going to tell everybody about you. So I'm telling you about him. You ain't got to believe me, but I'm holding up my end of the deal. I appreciate y'all coming. See y'all. I got in Amway when I was 21 years old. I'm going to tell you the story. My distributor was this guy named, my sponsor was a guy named John Walker. I lived in Cleveland, he lived in Rochester, New York. I got laid off from Ford Motor Company. I wasn't working, so I didn't have no reason to get up in the morning. Every single morning at 5:30 on the dot, my phone would ring. I pick up the phone, hello. Steve, this is John Walker. How you doing, man? It's gonna be a great day. How you feeling? Yeah, John, I'm asleep, man. Hey, man, it's gonna be a great day. And he'd hang up. The next day at 5:30 in the morning, bring, hello. Steve, this is John Walker. How you doing, man? It's gonna be a great day. How you doing today? John, I'm asleep, man. Hey, man, just want to tell you it's gonna be a great day. Click. Next morning, bring, hello. Now I'm mad now, you know, this been going on a couple weeks, and I kind of know who it is. He didn't change a damn thing. Steve, it's John Walker, how you doing, man? It's gonna be a great day today. Man, I was so mad, man. I hang that phone up. 37 days in a row, he called me the exact same way because he was teaching me something. I didn't know it, and every single day I picked the phone up. Yeah. Steve, John Walker, man. It's man. Yeah, John, yeah, it's gonna be a great day. Click. And then one day, the 38th day, he told me how many days it was. He kept record. He picked up the phone. He said, I said, hello? He said, hey, Steve, it's John Walker. I said, yeah, man. He said, man, can I ask you something? I said, yeah, John. He said, why do you answer the phone like that in the morning? I said, what are you talking about? He said, every time I call you, I've called you 37 days in a row, and you keep answering the phone like something's wrong. I said, hey, man, I got laid off. I'm getting unemployment. You know, I ain't got to get up early, man. I said, what's up? He said, I'm really disappointed in you, man. He said, man, when you gonna change your attitude? I said, ain't nothing wrong with my attitude. He said, yeah, it is. He said, when you wake up in the morning, man, you got a bad attitude, which pretty much explains why you've been having a lot of bad days. And he said, man, I hate that about you, man, because you're such a cool dude. You got so much potential. He said, man, I'm sorry to bother you. And he hung the phone up. Man, let me tell you something. That cut me so deep, man, because, you know, I don't like nobody thinking I'm something, but I'm acting like I ain't. That you don't even understand what they did to me. So the next morning, I thought about this all day. I said, man, this dude, he been playing me for 37 days. He been calling me. Next morning, I'm damn near sitting up in the bed. When this rain, this right here. Hello? Hey, Steve, it's John Walker. I said, hey, John, what's happening, man? What's going on with you, baby? I said, it's Steve Harvey, man. He said, Steve, how's it going? I said, man, I'm having a great day, man. I'm having a great day, John, man. You don't believe it, man. I got some great stuff gonna be happening. He said, man, you my man. Click, and he hung up. And I wanted him to ask me what had happened, but he never did. Then one day he called me, he said, hey, man, you're going to be sheer greatness because you've learned how to wake up. 21 years later, 22, I got a gig in Chicago on the radio. You know what I was? The morning drive guy. You know what I've been doing since 1991? Every single morning, I'm in 112 cities. I talk to 9.5 million people every week. I have the #1 adult contemporary radio show in the world. I wake people up every morning, and I wake people up with the right attitude because my attitude changed. So God turned me into the morning man. It's the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Cut it on and watch how I do your every morning. If you want to be successful and you want to be happy, those are the two things that's common to most people. You're looking at a person who was neither one of those for a long period in my life, man. There's a lot of pain in my life. No more than nobody else. I just had a lot. But I learned along the way, everything that's happening to you is God is processing you. Every difficult moment you're having, He's just processing you. That's all He's doing. Everything you're going through is preparing you for what you ask God for. And if you need to be tough when you get to where you're going, then He's going to toughen you. If you got to be more caring along the way, He's going to let you have some trials come your way that's going to have to produce that in you. What happened in my life was getting where I've gotten to today and where I'm even headed to, I had to be tough. So He toughened me along the way. I had to learn how to appreciate a lot, so He took everything. To really understand the value of money, I had none. To just appreciate simple things, what I'm going to eat today, where I'm going to wash up at, where I'm going to bathe. He sent me through a trial of being homeless for 3 years. I lived in a car for 3 years. All of that I was going through, that I was tripping with, that I did not appreciate or understand, I understand it now because I'm on the other side of them troubles. And I understand what all them troubles was for. And even though I did not understand or appreciate the route He took me on, it was the route I had to go on. See, the route you on right now is the route you got to take. And it's very uniquely yours. This thing you're going through, this just uniquely yours. You just got to understand you ain't the only one. You ain't the only one going through it. Now, in the order that it's going to happen, it's just yours. See, God made us very different. This God we got, God is amazing. He created you so individually. Do you know that it's close to 8 billion people on earth now? Do you know that it's almost 8 billion people on the earth? Do you know how many billions of people have died? Do you know that if you dig up all them people that have died and all the people that are presently here and every last one of them that He gonna make in the future, not one of you have the same fingerprint? Who do that? Who could possibly be so precise in His infinite wisdom that He created you so uniquely that ain't no two people got the same fingerprint? That's crazy, man. That's real crazy. 8 billion people, you can't duplicate it. The billions that done died, you can't duplicate it. And the ones that's coming will not duplicate it. God a bad boy, man. He's a bad boy. He's a bad dude, man. Let me tell you something before you go. Whenever people come see me live, I try to say something meaningful to people. And I'm in the laugh business. That's my gift. That's what God gave me at birth. Your gift is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. I want to tell you something that can help enrich your life. It's a sure sign from God that He ain't through with you because He wakes you up in the morning. When He's done, you won't wake up no more. But as long as you're waking up, that means He has something for you that He hasn't been able to give to you for whatever the reason. I'm going to help you get to that reason a little bit quicker. I want to tell you something that I learned that changed my life. I was reading a book one time that had a quote in there from Albert Einstein. And Albert Einstein said, "Imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions." If you think about that, that's a really, really true statement. Because everything you see in this world came from somebody's imagination. Everything. Somebody was talking on the phone one day, on that wall phone, connected to the cord, and tried to walk, and it didn't go no further. And he wanted to just go outside and get something out the car. Somebody said, "You know what? I wish I could take this phone outside." Everybody in here got a cell phone. It was in somebody's imagination. Somebody imagined that. Somebody imagined everything. Somebody got tired of walking. Somebody got tired of driving cars. Somebody said, "We're gonna fly." You're not finna fly. Everybody in here done been on a plane. See, your imagination is the evidence of things not seen. You know why they call it the evidence of things not seen? Your imagination, you the only one can see it. You're the only one can see it. See, so all this stuff you've been imagining was not some hocus pocus. When you imagine stuff, it's actually God showing you a preview of a coming attraction He has for you. That's what your imagination is. Why do you keep imagining yourself with a second home? Because God wants you to have a second home. Why do you keep imagining yourself in a supervisory capacity on another job? Because God really wants you to have that. Why you keep dreaming of opening a business one day? That's because that's what God really got for you. And He put it in your imagination. The problem with your imagination, though, is you tell it to the wrong people. If you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. You can't, oh man. Think about this in your life. How many times have you had this really incredible idea and you took it to your family and your friends? You shared it with them and they shot it down. You know why they shot it down? Because they couldn't see it. Because God didn't put it in their imagination, He put it in yours. It was your evidence of things not seen. See, all this stuff you've been imagining, you ought to start working on it. Because that's what God really got for you. Your real life is in your imagination. I'm here to tell you that. You think I'm here by accident? I'm here because He put this in my imagination when I was 10. When I was 10, He showed me I was going to be on TV. That's all I ever wanted. The assignment when I was in the 6th grade was everybody write their name on a piece of paper and write what you want to be. You know what I wrote on my paper? I want to be on TV. Now, the problem I had, though, was I used to suffer with a serious stuttering problem. I couldn't talk outside my house. I stuttered for years. I flunked out of school. I'm on my 3rd marriage. I lost everything I ever owned twice. I've been homeless and lived in a car for 3 years. But at 10, though, I wrote on a piece of paper, I want to be on TV. So the teacher went around the room and read everybody's paper. Had you stand up when she called your name, and the only assignment was your name and what you want to be. Doctor, lawyer, dentist, basketball player, football player. I wrote I want to be on TV. She saved me for last. She said, "Little Stevie, come to the front." Now I'm thinking, I'm going to the front because I got the best answer. Because ain't nobody had put that on their paper. She called me to the front. I'm thinking I'm finna give me a gold star. But I was wrong about that. She called me to the front to humiliate me. First of all, you know I can't talk. I suffered with stuttering stammer so bad, man. I couldn't talk at all. And that lady lit in on me. "Why did you write this on your paper?" Now I'm standing there, I can't talk. Who in this school ever been on TV? Who in your family ever been on TV? Who in this neighborhood ever been on TV? I'm crushing, man. I'm standing there dying. She said, "Look at you standing there. You can't even talk. How they gonna put somebody like you on TV?" So every Christmas, I send her a flat screen TV. Because I don't want her to miss me. I do not want her to miss not an episode of me. because I wanted her to see what God had done for me. The fact that you couldn't see it, it wasn't for you to see. He put it in my imagination. But after 3 years of homelessness, losing everything I ever owned twice, suffering through flunking out of school, go home and cut your TV on. That little boy with the stuttering problem, he all over that TV. You can't cut your TV on. You can't cut your TV on not now day of the week and you don't see that little boy. That little boy with the stuttering problem is all over that TV because God put it in my imagination. All I did was hang on to that thought. I just kept hoping. I just kept hoping that what I had wrote on the paper would come true. A lot of times it wasn't about no faith. I didn't believe it sometimes. When you homeless and living in the car, how you see yourself as a TV star? But I just kept hanging on there. Because my mama was a Sunday school teacher. I kept hearing her say, God, God didn't bring you this far to leave you. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. Why do you think he keeps waking you up? Because he got more for you. He got way more for you. He got plans for you. But he needs your faith. He just needs you to call on him. He needs you to dust off your imagination and just go for it. You got to try. Quit waking up thinking you ain't got no say-so in your life. You have a choice in this matter. You can't stop what happened to you, but you can doggone sure do something about what happened to you. Life is 10% what happened to you, is 90% what you do about it. Somebody in your family gonna die. Somebody in here gonna get fired. Somebody here gonna get an eviction notice. Somebody gonna get laid off. Somebody company gonna close. That's life. Somebody you love gonna break up with you. That's life. But what you gonna do about it though? Since it's gonna happen anyway. Trust me, go home and ask God to open up your imagination and then pursue it with everything in you and watch what he do for you. Appreciate y'all.